And this is our Indian headdress, Native American headdress, and we're going to have a fancy feather on it. This feather is going to be the main focal point of this. I've got two black 160s that I've just put just a puff of air in so that they're round. Tie the two ends together. I've got a white 160 that I've blown up a little more than halfway. That's going to be our feather. And then to complete the feather is a clear 360 that I've blown up about 8 or 9 inches of it. Then I've got three 160s. I've chosen a light brown, a dark brown, and then a blue. And they're all got about 4 or 5 inches left uninflated on them. So we're going to start with our three 160s. We're going to save the feather part for last. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take and tie two of them together, just like this. Tie the nozzle ends together. Trim that excess a little bit. Not yet. And then I'm going to tie the third one in there as well. Just by tying all those little nozzle ends together. Now we'll trim some of that. Then we're going to take any two of them, it doesn't matter which, and make a pinch twist in the ends. Just to give us a base point there. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to take the three of these and just braid them all the way out. And what we're going to want to do at some point while you're braiding this, you're going to want to make sure that this is going to fit around your person's head. I don't have a head to measure. I'm not going to worry about that. Once you get to the point where it's going to fit, then you go around and you twist the ends into those two pinch twists. And if you want, you can leave some of those hanging down as decoration, or you can trim them off. I'm going to trim one off and leave the other two hanging down because they'll hang down a little better with just two instead of three. And there's your basic headband. And we're going to set that aside. Now comes the real fun. We're going to take our white 160 and we're going to fold it in half. And you want to make sure that it's no longer than your inflated part of your 360. And I'm going to tie it into a circle. Just like that. Trim some of that excess off. And then I'm going to take that circle and divide it into two equal bubbles like that. Now I'm going to take my black 160s that just had a puff of air in them, and I'm going to lay them across the middle. And what I want to do is pull that together and hold it so that it stays, so those two are staying tight, and then pull the black down to wherever that crosses over with them like that, and then tie those ends together just like that. Pull them good and tight, and then trim any excess off you have there. And now is where the real fun begins. This is going to be the inside of our feather, but that black's going to give it the vein that runs down the middle. Now we're going to take our clear 360, and as you can see, I've reverse inflated this. There's a knot down there on the nozzle end. I reverse inflated it because I don't want a knot on the end of my feather. Now I'm going to take my 160 with that black in the middle, and I'm going to put it down on the table here. Usually I hold this against my body, but it's easier against the table when I'm doing this because you can't see it against me. And I'm just going to push this into, this is where you've got to hang on to it, the clear 360. You can see how I'm pushing it. Then I'm going to reach with my other hand and sort of hang on to it. And I just want to work that all the way up in there until it's completely inside the 360 like that. And we'll do with it clear, you really get a good view of it. Now I'm going to take and cut a hole in the end here so it lets the air back out of it. Trim that a little closer. And then I'm just going to take this and roll it backwards off. Commentary by one of our dogs, so that it's off the end. And when you roll it back, you get an interesting little nozzle there. Put a puff of air in it so I can kind of work it, get it the way I want it. Make sure it's all the way out at the end there. There we go. And then I just kind of suck some of the excess air out of it. And then I'm going to tie it at the bottom there, just to secure it. Trim this excess off. And what you get, you've got a white feather with a black vein running up the middle of it. And then you can take whatever color you want. I'll usually use, well, if I can hang on to it, a red marker. and give it the lines up the side like that to indicate the feather. And I'm just going to do one side for now so you can get the image. But as you can see, you get a nice little feather that's actually flat. Feathers are not round. Feathers are flat, so you get that nice little look there. You've got the vein in the middle and your markings. And then you're just going to take that and come to the back where you've got those pinch twists on the back of your headdress. Twist that loose end that you've got hanging off there down into that. And then those pinch twists you've got on the back, we'll bring those both up. Make it stand up nice. And there's you a quick, well, not really quick, but a nice little Indian headdress.